Hello everybody, it is me, Briskatuzi, and today we are here with another review. This is going to be a review for Nura, The Rise of the Yokai Clan. Now this is my first time ever watching this series. Apparently this series came out in 2010, and this is my first time ever seeing it. I saw it on Netflix a couple days ago, and they didn't have the full season for some reason, or I think they did, but I'm pretty sure that they only had 13, maybe 14 episodes on there, and they only had the second season. I couldn't find the first season. Maybe it was there. Maybe I just didn't look hard enough. But talking too fast there because I don't know. There's a lot of stuff to cover and stuff like that because the first season was 24 episodes, and apparently when I watched the second season also has 24 episodes. And to be honest, this anime was really good. I loved it, and apparently, based on the comments that I saw on this anime, apparently it's a 50-50 series. It's either people really love it or people don't really like it like at all. But I honestly had a pretty good time, and I honestly love old animes like with how like skinny and sharp edges the characters are, and the main character like God. Like it's like the series basically a short like summary. The series is about clans, sort of like dynasty warriors, like when like clans fight each other, when instead they're like yokai clans, like evil spirit clans that fight each other, and then the main character is part of the main branch family. This series also reminded me of Katekyo Hitman Reborn a lot because of like the main character and stuff like that. So then the main character has a spirit form because apparently his grandfather is is like is like full on spirit, but then the grandfather uh like mated with a human, and then they had a human kid that was fully human. But then when the main character's grandfather had a kid, they had a kid, but then the main character had is like part yokai. So then instead of him having the powers at nighttime, he turns into this older version of himself that looks like the grandfather when he was younger, and his personality changes, and they're pretty much two different people, which was it was honestly really awesome to see the difference between their characters. And it's like they're opposites, but at the same time they aren't, because they like they both stand for the same things, even though they're two different people, but at the same time they're the same person. So the main character, Ryoko, Riku. He's pretty cool. I also love the ice girl. The ice girl in it. Her age is weird because you see a flashback with when the grandpa was leader of the clan, and apparently he's the third heir of the clan. And apparently, when I watched the second season, the second heir is missing or something like that. But overall, the first 12 episodes were pretty amazing. The first episode was kind of confusing with how it showed like later events first. I hate it when animes do that because they show later events first, but the later events happen in episode 8 or 9, so it isn't too bad. At least it isn't like I said with Katekyo Hitman Reborn, where like stuff didn't happen until the 25th episode and you have to like go through build up. But at least the build up for this series only lasts like an episode, like 2 episodes to get to build up, when it's just random events happening until episode 8 or 9. And then episode 12 to 24 was honestly pretty good too, with that storyline with the main bad guy, that the main bad guy that's a part of a different clan that was trying to rise up. And honestly hated that guy like so much because but honestly he was really underestimating the character, if you know what I mean, if you watch this series. But I really recommend the series. It's really good if you like series like Inuyasha, Katekyo Hitman Reborn. Like, the art style reminds me of Vampire Knight, and like with how skinny characters are, you could also get Code Geass, but I'm pretty sure Code Geass people are skinnier than the characters in this. But the designs of every single character is pretty good. That which yokai and human, and I watched this in English dub. I didn't watch it in subtitles, so I was watching it mostly in English. And I mostly watch animes in sub, but I had to watch it in dub. And the voice actor for the human like yokai hunter, I'm pretty sure that that's Rukia. I didn't check, but that's Rukia's voice actor, and she pretty much played Rukia in this series, which was pretty funny. And I don't know if she voices her again in the second season because the voice was different. I'm pretty sure, but I might be mistaken. But honestly, the openings. The opening one and opening two. I like opening one more than opening two, but the visuals for opening one and opening two are really good, and I and I like the way that it is. But the opening for season two is pretty good too because I saw that first because I ended up watching the second season first two episodes and then I had to go back and watch this one, and it was a pretty fun ride. The endings are pretty much the same but different visuals, but it's pretty much CGI chibis dancing. I don't think I've ever seen CGI chibis dancing in like the ending songs and stuff like that, but the ending songs are pretty good, and same thing with the openings. And the opening for season two, it's I honestly out of all the openings, it would go the first opening for season two, then the opening one for season one, and then opening two for season two. And the first arc, there's only two arcs for this series, and the first arc with Nura versus Yuki, like his name is Yugi, but they call him Gyuki, which is pretty weird. And that storyline was honestly pretty good with him testing the main character, and it was odd seeing the main character like hate being a yokai at first because it was weird because like I guess him hating being able to transform at nighttime sort of like gave him dual personalities, but I think that that's intentional. I don't think that it is dual personalities. I think that they are two different people, but at the same time they're the same person, which gets confusing at times. But I honestly love the changing characters. It gives us a cool dynamic between them. And yeah, so then the storyline with Yuki was honestly pretty interesting, and I didn't see him in season two, or he probably shows up sooner or later, but I didn't see him at first. And the second arc was pretty interesting too, with the rise of like the 12 hidden swordsmen. Even though that I thought that they would be cooler, but they weren't. And honestly, like he was like underestimating the Nura clan all the way till the ending, and it was pretty funny to watch. And then the storyline with all of them, and even like the slice of life moments with him and his friends trying to hunt yokai is pretty funny. And most of his classmates are pretty cool to watch. They're all pretty interesting characters. They are kind of one dimensional, but at the same time they work because of the way that the series is. And I would probably say that the art and the animation are pretty standard and pretty cool. And the music points in the series are pretty good too. The comedy actually works, especially the comedy in the second season just gets better than the first season. And I can see why this has a 7 out of 10 on my anime list, and I can see why the second season has an 8 out of 10 on my anime list because it's a pretty cool series, and like I said, I really recommend it. And I guess this review is almost done. That's pretty much all the stuff that I liked. I liked pretty much everything. Even the members of the clans are pretty interesting, and the lore of the series is honestly pretty cool. It's the same lore that I would get from like the comparison I've been making Kateku Hitman Reborn and stuff like that. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about one funny moment in this series that really like made me question the main character's yokai form is the scene where he's with the girl that he likes in his yokai form, and the nobody knows. A lot of people were joking in the comments that no one has figured out that he's the guy yet, but I'm pretty sure that they probably find out in season two. I don't know yet though. And this is the moment where his yokai form takes her to a secret yokai bar, and it looks like he's taking her to a love hotel. And I was like it's one of those moments where you're just like, what is he doing? And then even the next day when he's in human form, he's like, why did I do that to the girl that I like? I took her to a love hotel in my yokai form, even though he was just taking her to a yokai like restaurant. And most of the series is pretty good, and I would really recommend it for you guys to watch again. And I hope that you have enjoyed this review. This is pretty much just me saying what I liked about the series, talking about the series and stuff like that, and I really enjoyed it. I honestly, this would be in my top 20, like top 20, top 25 maybe. It might even be a top 15, but there are a lot of animes I like, so it's probably going to be even in between like 12 and 20. I was thinking maybe they would be in 20 and 25, but this series was pretty good, and I can't wait to watch the second season soon. So I hope that you have enjoyed my review of me explaining the series and what I liked about the series and stuff like that. Pretty much just a short overview. So yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed this video, dislike this video if this isn't the type of review that you wanted to see. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next review. I might do one for season 2, and yeah, see you in the next review. Bye.